So let's talk about the red part of the cube. This is one of my favorite parts of the cube is actually red, even though it's not usually favored. Gonna start off with the creatures, of course, with Stormquirk Noble, Grim Lavamancer, Striking Sliver, Zergo Bellstriker. I love him. He's really good. Legion Loyalist, or name Aspirant, Ash Zealot. Fantastic by herself. Generator Servant, usually in a red-green ramp deck. Very relevant when you get the haste off of him. You can just swing in turn 3 maybe with a it's really relevant, the extra haste, because you can swing in with a Master of Cruelties turn 3 and probably kill them later. The haste makes it a very dangerous card that no one really thinks about, and there's other cards in the cube that I'll go to later that can also bring him back for more relevant action. Hellspark Elemental, Young Pyromancer, one of my favorite cards of all time, and he's a little powerhouse by himself. Vulcanwrath Exterminator, get him down soon, as soon as possible, and try your best to swing in with him because he can be very good if you get counters on him. I might take him out of the cube because he's really hard to activate, but once you get there, it's hometown. Kill him. Do it. Goblin Rabblemaster, best red card in the cube. By far, slam it down turn 3 or turn 2, you're probably going to win. He just wrecks your face really fast. People don't really want to block his goblins, and by the time they realize they should block his goblins, it's pretty much too late. You'll have down Krinko or maybe Siege Gang Commander, and if you swing with him, it's going to be that bad days for them. Alicia, who smiles at death. Have not used her yet, but first strike with 3, 2, and that ability, you can't go wrong on turn 3. She will, once she sees play, my friends that cube with me will probably draft her highly once they realize just how good that ability is for her. Prophetic Speaker, one of my favorite 3-drops. Very hard to use. You got to play around his second ability. Don't play anything main phase 1. Just swing and see what happens. And if you connect, you probably use those cards on the top of your library. Flamewake's Phoenix, Torn Mauler, fantastic in multiplayer. Powerhout Wolf, I love it. This one sliver, ugly ass thing. Gutter Snipe goes well with Keranos and Young Pyromancer in an Izzet control deck. Just burns everything, and you will probably win if you have this out for a long time. Blur Sliver, Ogre Battle Driver, good with Krinko, good with Goblin Rabblemaster. Anything that does tokens, he just makes it a whole lot more dangerous. Krinko, Lord of Shadowskull's Pass, very, very strong, good finisher by himself. The fact that just turn 5 will be a 6/6, even quicker if you have any other ramp out, is just very dangerous. Rockamar, Lavaborn Muse, very hard to use, but when it's played and when it's used effectively, it's devastating. Emissary of Purphoros, God of the Forge, one of probably the second strongest red card in the cube. Due to all the token generators, he's just wrecks by himself. Hellrider, actually not by himself, obviously he needs things to use, but Hellrider, Stormbreath Dragon, Battle Sliver, Siege Gang Commander, Zealous Conscripts, Zealous chick who steals your stuff, mostly your planeswalkers, maybe your land. It'll be hilarious if you can. I was thinking about putting Kiki-Jiki into the cube, which would make this retarded, so maybe not. I don't really like infinite combos, so I probably won't put it in the cube. Thorncast Sliver, Mind Claw Shaman, very strong, late when people are holding on to their good spells. Flame Blast Dragon, good finisher. Inferno Titan, the best finisher. Risu Falling Star. Okay, this dragon surprised me. Usually it's not very good, but at one point it was comboed with Progenitor Mimic, probably the strongest multicolor card in the cube, and that combo literally just wiped my field, and I could not do anything while I swung at me with a 5/5 flying. Rude. And another great finisher by himself. Going into the non-creature spells, starting off, of course, with Sarkon Dragon Speaker, probably the best red planeswalker, my favorite. A lot of people like Koth. I really don't feel Koth that much. Duretti is a fantastic red planeswalker, but I think he's a lot better, especially with the indestructible dragon, and he just deals 4 damage by himself. He is a powerhouse, not the normal planeswalker, but very good. Lightning Bolt, of course, Mizium Mortars, Twin Flame, Madcap skills, fantastic. Put it on Goblin Rabblemaster, you'll probably win the game. Pyroclasm, Magma Jet, really good. Searing Blood, fantastic with Soulfire Grandmaster. That's just a lot of, that's 5 life you can gain right there. Perhaps Lightning Strike, Fury Charm is actually used a lot more for Destroy Artifact than anything else, but suspend counters are good too. Breaking Point, Hammer of Purphoros, something people don't see coming, and just haste with the 3/3s is very good. Browbeat, Anger of the Gods, good wipe up. Arcbound, used it once to win a game, and it's fantastic little combat trick. Volt Charge, Sulfuric Vortex, be careful, it will kill you if you don't play it right. I have done that many times. Portent of Betrayal, Mwahaha. Incendiary Command, very good command, surprisingly. Well, all the commands are actually pretty decent, but people say this is the worst, but I find it to be very effective when you can use it. Red Sun Zenith, of course, Devil's Play, and Street Spasm. Doesn't see a lot of play, and it should see more because its overload cost is not very hard to do, and it will win you the game. And that is the red portion of the cube.